What's going on YouTube? It's NC and place to be children, Mr. A&D, and also not Deion Sanders for prime time.
What's up, y'all? It's me, the PRIME.
So we are back here for the whole Wednesday night war, and then so we come right off the Halloween Havoc. This is going to be the go home to Full Gear, and after we do the AEW side, we're going to talk about our full Gear predictions and stuff like that. So we're going to be here for some time for this video. So why not? Let's just get started right now with NXT that came out strong, and I got the NXT pulled up right here. Here we go. So NXT comes off now. We're off the heels of how we have it, and we got four big matches for tonight's card. And we kick off the night with Ember Moon. John Gargano, they show up while having that Halloween Havoc. But Ember Moon takes on Dakota Kai with Raquel Gonzalez. So Moon, a little thickness is starting to get back in shape. She got the all white on. So does Dakota Kai. And I have to say,
Dakota looks amazing with the all white on. I ain't gonna even lie. But
what you say?
Said Dakota looks good with the all white on. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, she definitely did. And let me tell you something right now. These women put on a show for the 1st one. I mean, like, this was a very good matchup. There was one time Ember Moon dies inside the ropes, and it's like her momentum slams Dakota Kai's head right in the back of the barricade. That looked like it sucked it. She got up again and do it again. I guess to buy Dakota some time, she went out the way and she missed it. Good move by there. Ember Moon. This is a very hard hitting shot and matchup, and there was so many times where Dakota was getting near falls, and I was like, okay, Dakota's gonna win this. Then Ember Moon's getting. I was like, but Ember Moon did just come back. You don't want to give her a loss just yet. But
I mean, Dakota is the one with the momentum. So
fair enough. Dakota's one with the momentum, and they like but just to see Ember Moon come back and have a damn good match, it's pretty dope. So Dakota Kai is pounding away, and Moon slaps her in the face when she getting, and then she goes and lays with chops and knees, and then she goes to she gets Dakota Kai down, setting up for the Eclipse. As she gets on the top rope, Raquel Gonzalez knocks her off, distracts her, knocks her up top, and Dakota gets into like that GTS thing off the top rope that she does now, which it's not bad, but it's like nobody can ever take it right because all your weight momentum is coming downward. And I kind of just like the chiropractor.
Yeah, I don't know. She can't really do it because she don't tore her ACL and all that. So I understand why she don't do it often.
Yeah, it's kind of Jeff Hardy doing the Swan Time only like once in a week, so you gotta be really
doing it once off the ladder to the corner of the ring. I understand.
Yeah, and then so with that, Dakota Kai wins the matchup, and so great matchup, great opener by these two women. Would you agree?
Yeah, that was a good opener. I can't even lie.
Cameron Grimes is still trying to shake off the haunted house of terror. I am so upset.
All right, can we just get this out of the way right now? This whole referee thing is stupid. Thank you.
So Cameron Grimes goes up against Kushida. I have to say, look, as much as I know you don't like Cameron Grimes, it is a good matchup. I ain't gonna lie. So we get the spot that Pratt was talking about with the referee as we're going for some roll-ups, and then Cameron Grimes rolls up Kushida, but the referee got hit in the corner. Then Kushida hits Cameron Grimes into the referee again. The referee falls outside the ring. Now back in the ring, Cameron Grimes hits a what's the
cave in?
No, with that, but I'm talking about the the
Spanish fly.
The running Spanish fly that he always does to Kushida. Another referee runs down, but Grimes is scared because there's a zombie referee in the haunted house. So he is like scared of referees now. So he kind of runs around the ring, and then Kushida catches him.
The least intimidating person in wrestling.
He catches him in the hoverboard lock, and Cameron Grimes taps out. So Kushida is the winner. So Kushida is really building up momentum here in NXT. Shotzi Blackheart wants to challenge Toni Storm to prove herself, and I'm not mad at that. Drake Maverick and Killian Dane go up against Everrise. The match don't really get started because who comes out? Pat McAfee, Pete Dunne, shredded Pete Dunne, Orny Lorcan, and Danny Burch. They come out there and they beat down Maverick, Damon, and Everrise, and they come out there and they cut a promo. Actually, I like how Pat McAfee is holding the camera as this whole thing is happening, and then he says, and he puts the camera on them, smile to the best 4-man team in wrestling history, and then Pat McAfee cuts a promo running down Undisputed Era, what his reasoning for building this group was to take down the Undisputed Era. They take down a flag, and then they say they take out a trash can and burn the flag, the Undisputed Era flag, in the trash can. Then, as they do, they walk to the back. Killian Dane tries to attack them and fight them off, but Pete Dunne kicks the door into Killian Dane and busts his mouth open, and they all drive away. In my personal opinion, I thought that this was dope. However, it went a little bit too long. Now, once again, like I said, I know I feel tired. It was a great promo. Pat McAfee is a natural heel, but I just felt as though I was like, man, we went from there, and then I was going back and forth from Dynamite. I was like, Dynamite went through almost 2 matches, and then they just now driving off on a segment. I was like, this is. I was like, is it long? I don't know, but is it just
probably because they had like a match technically, and then they had them interfere, then they had them cut their promo, and then had them walk out in the same like break.
Yeah,
the same segment.
So
and they probably would have separated like after they attacked them. Maybe after they attacked them, then they came back from commercial. That probably would have been better. But since we kind of like watched them all set up after the match and all that, probably is what helped make it seem long.
Okay. Toni Storm goes up against Shotzi Blackheart.
Hey, this was a very pleasing match, at least for me.
Well, I know because first of all, Toni Storm got kicked back there, and we know how you starting to feel about Shotzi Blackheart.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Yeah.
Shotzi Blackheart's called like I was feeling her ever since she was on like Swerve City podcast. So I'm just like, yeah, she a real cool girl. And she good looking too, so I'm not gonna say that she's not. So she's just into the the punk rock stuff. So, they're having a competitive matchup, and then as Toni Storm is laid out on the outside by Shotzi Blackheart, Candice LeRae is there, and she sees that Shotzi Blackheart's tank is left outside. Then Toni Storm rolls up behind her, and with the distraction, and it rolls up Shotzi Blackheart for the win. Afterwards, Candice LeRae says, the problem with having this tank out here is like it's in traffic. Only one person out here who can watch this tank. Then this car pulls up. She gets into the car, and then she drives over the tank. I don't know if this is on purpose, but like the tank got caught on the car, so it really wasn't like running it over. It's just like pushing it. And I know she didn't want to stop because it wouldn't be affected. So like she was trying to get that run over thing. So finally ran over the tank, and then you see that Candice LeRae was in there with Ghostface, who was the one that helped her out. Was trying to help her out at Halloween Havoc and said, "Stay out of our business." And Shotzi Blackheart is just screaming in the ring. So
are we not supposed to know who Ghostface is? Because I thought we knew who this was already.
So who do you think Ghostface is?
I thought it was Indy Hartwell.
You know what? Is it he or she? Because some people were thinking that Austin Theory was it when it came to helping out Gargano.
I thought it was Indy Hartwell. She's like the same size as Gargano, so I don't know.
It is a possibility. Afterwards we get a
Oh, by the way, just real quick, after they ran up her tank, Robert Stone tweeted "LOL" in capital letters.
Man, Robert Stone. He got. We get a thatch on thatch wrestling. When he revealing the guillotine choke, there's a student that's upset. This black guy like, yo, man, you're gonna be doing this to me too much. He ended up getting him in the ankle lock anyway. He taps out. Then there's another student that comes up, and then kind of like throws Thatcher out the ring and over the barricade. So the student is attacking the teacher. Also, Xia leaves backstage and asks Commissioner William Regal that she needs to challenge Raquel Gonzalez next week, and Regal said he'll take care of it.
What a random challenge just throw out there.
Exactly. Next week, John Gargano will Io Shirai earlier wants to fight Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley accepts Io's
Makes
challenge.
sense.
Huh?
Makes sense. She's the former champion.
Exactly. And
But
honestly, this is where I think Rhea is going to get the championship back. She's going to beat.
I don't think so.
And we're gonna start this whole thing over again.
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, Giant Gargano is going to defend his North American Championship next week. Against a mystery opponent. It's most likely probably gonna be Damian Priest again. I don't know.
Is
Velveteen Dream takes on Tommaso Ciampa in the main event, and this is basically a glorified squash match because Dream rarely got any offense in it until towards the end. Ciampa is beating up on his cast, beating up on Dream, and stuff like that. This is obviously probably part of Dream's punishment, stuff like that, which I completely understand.
now. I'm not even gonna lie though. As far as the look is concerned, I don't know this Velveteen Dream with the jeans look, the black jeans and the purple shoes. It's a fashion statement that I would probably wear. So I can at least give him that. But anything else,
I mean, well, Velveteen Dream always is good with his fashion stuff.
I'm talking about. Sometimes it's a little too much. I'm saying this is something that I would probably wear. That's what I'm
I
saying.
understand that. Because honestly, he you know who he reminded me of? Dennis Rodman NWO.
Yeah, this man came up with pajama pants and all. He didn't care.
Yeah, it was borderline. He had that leather Kangol. It was like it was borderline Dennis Rodman NWO kind of stuff like that.
Rodzilla.
Yeah, Rodzilla. Towards the end, Dream tries to come back, tries to hit the superplex on Ciampa, dumping to the outside. Ciampa crashes down his neck, and Dream topples over on his head, stuff like that. Then Dream hits him with a super kick, tosses a chair in, and then Red Bull's chair out the way. Dream try to take advantage and hit him with the cast, but Ciampa catches Dream with a leaping knee. Then as he hits the knee, it's like he rolls back up on the ropes and he just catches him for the Widow's Bell. Then hits the fairy tale ending for depending on Dream here. So that's what NXT was this week. So I thought it was a pretty dope episode.
So one week Ciampa just losing every week, then the next week he just wins in the main event. What are they doing?
You know, that's a good one right there. I'm not necessarily sure, but it's like now they try to put Ciampa back in the picture. Like I said, Dream has been cooled off a lot since like 2017, 2018, early 2019. But obviously we know why. And until say he has to eat his crow, Dream probably not gonna get back on top or back into thing until like 2021, if at all. You know what I'm saying? So that's the very unfortunate part about it. But now it is time for AEW Dynamite. So this is the go home show to Full Gear, and we have Chris Jericho comes out and everybody is singing the Judas song. That song is so over no matter where he goes. So
I like it, but then I don't. I don't like it being a trope now. If that makes sense.
Okay.
I don't like them pausing to take time so that the crowd can sing it.
Mm-hmm.
I just like when it's natural. I guess like now they like, all right, we're gonna cut it off at this specific point every single time so I can sing it and we can show y'all singing it every single time.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
Well,
Because when it was organic, when they first did it, it was like, oh, okay, this is pretty cool. But now it's like, all right, we need a break. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
That's Jericho dude. That's his thing. Tag team matchup player of first the Inner Circle. Ortiz and Sammy Gavar take on MJF and Warlord in a tag team matchup. This matchup was pretty good. Sammy Gavar already showing that he does not trust MJF and doesn't win part of the Inner Circle. There's a part of the matchup that he goes crazy and starts going outside, diving all over everything. It kind of looks like he was doing like a Nick Jackson hot tag, if that makes sense. He was just going over the place, diving all over the place, and he was he was doing great. So
you got to get all that offense in before.
Exactly. He comes to the MJF, and then Sammy outside the ring, he does like a flipping like 450, and then there's was it Sir Serpentico? I think it is,
Serpentico. It's
and then
an inside joke with that, but I'm gonna just leave that Serpentico.
okay, well he goes to give him a high five, and then he was just like no, so he throws his chair at Sammy Gavar, and it turns out to be Matt Hardy. So
Mm.
that's going into their stuff for the night. Uh, Warlord did hit the F10 on Ortiz, but the Sammy broke that up. But then now, since he got hit with the chair, he goes into the ring and then gets MJF finish him off with the salt of the arm bar, and then that's the matchup. So I thought it was a real good matchup. MJF charged Chris Jericho at the broadcast booth, knocking him to the ground. So hit him to the ground. So
I wonder what this is leading to.
say what?
I wonder what this is leading to because I don't. This to me seems like we're not leading to a match. Honestly,
Well, like I said, well, we're getting the match at Full Gear, so
I'm saying I don't. To me, it don't seem like they're leading to a match. It seems like a ruse to me.
oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
but it could be a match. I don't know. I'm just saying it just seems like a ruse to. They would want to. Why would they want to waste MJF versus Chris Jericho this early when they know they can put them as a team and have like a Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn type of thing? But we'll see what
I'll
happens.
never know. They may have another song and dance number.
That's what I'm
Um,
saying. Like I don't. It seems like a. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm not gonna. We'll see.
Omega said he's destined to win the tournament against his former tag team partner. Singles debut, Miro taking on Trent from Best Friends.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna lie to you though. Trent was good in this matchup though.
No, Trent is the better
He
one.
is. He because I
No
can't
offense to
stand Chuck
Chuck
Taylor.
Taylor. Chuck Taylor has the awful waffle and the grenade. That's probably about it. But no, Trent was always solid. When he was in WWE, he was solid. When he went to the Indies, he was solid. New Japan, he was solid. He's really just a solid wrestler. That would give you a match. So, you know, it was solid. The whole thing was just solid. Basically
I
solid.
agree. Miro looked good here. Obviously, like counting every move, like he felt good doing this kind of uh wrestling thing. So I thought it was cool. Trent tries to springboard on the ropes but falls. I know he not mean for that to happen. He slipped off the ropes, so that they kind of cleaned it up. Miro gives him a super kick and then hits him with the. Now I know he doesn't call it the accolade here in AEW, but
He calls it game over.
the game. Oh god, I don't know. Accolade sounds better, but I said you can't use that. And then after the match is over, Miro grabs the microphone and insults Trent's mother again. But Orange Cassidy dropped off the top rope and crashed into Miro and Kip Sabian. Uh, Earlier in the day, your boy JR interviewed Hangman Page while he was drinking a cocktail about how he feel about facing Kenny Omega, and he says, he knows all his
How do
moves.
you feel about President King of Manga Kane?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
no,
says, I think you're nervous. He said, guzzling that drink. Are you nervous, Jim Ass? Yeah, I'm a little nervous. If I don't win the set, I don't know what I got other than this glass of whiskey. So I'm not even going to ask you how you feel about your JR promo.
and keep moving.
Okay, Team Taz comes out and then he said, "Yo, for 3 hours we sat outside Tony Khan's office trying to get 2 minutes of his precious time, but he was too busy for me. The Machine Brian Cage is 10-1, and that Mox match doesn't count. And he also ranked number one in your ranking system. Who better than Cage? Nobody. He should never even talk. Ricky Starks has won 10 out of 11 of his matches. And he's not even in the top 5 ranking. So what kind of bullshit is that? Taz said. And he said they got no match at Full Gear or nothing. He said, Cody, believe me, you can do the work because he got the match against Darby
Darby.
Allin, stuff like that. But I thought the promo was you know, was good, and he let them know that they will be there in some capacity at Full Gear on Saturday.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna interfere with somebody's match, but I just don't like the fact that they have good big men. They just don't use them. Like Lance Archer, he'll be good for a couple of weeks, then he'll lose and he'll just like disappear until they want him in a championship match again. Brody Lee, we haven't seen him since he lost.
You're right.
So, I don't know.
What do you think they're going to do with Will Hobbs? You think Will Hobbs is going to finally join
Join
Team Taz?
Nah.
No.
You gotta have somebody big for Brian Cage or the other big people to beat up so that they can look dominant. Somebody else bigger.
Fair, you're right. One of the matches that I'm always excited about: the Young Bucks taking on Private Party. This matchup, like I said, it was a Young Bucks matchup with Private Party in there. I knew Private Party wasn't going to necessarily win, even though their record is like 8-9-8 or 8-9.
Sammy Gavar,
Huh?
on the it was the Sammy Gavar match thing during the match or during the entrance.
This was during the match.
Okay, all right, we'll keep it going.
Because of course Matt Hardy's out there, and then Sammy Guevara comes out there and gives Matt Hardy a twist of fate on the stage, on the rise stage, stuff like that. So, and then Mark Quinn is up in there, and they score the BTE trigger on Mark Quinn. They score the pinfall. Afterwards, FTR comes in.
I don't like the name of the BTE trigger.
Yeah, I don't like it
For
either.
one, it's not even BTE related. It's the Golden Lovers finisher. To be honest with you,
Yeah,
Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi is their finisher. But I guess we're gonna steal it and just call it something else.
That's what they're going. That's what Young Bucks going to do. First of all, there's a lot of things about. Afterwards, they're trying to break Matt Jackson's leg, but then all of a sudden, Hangman Kenny Omega run down there, and then they kind of have a tense stare at each other. Look. We didn't get to talk about this last week. I'm not feeling the way they're forcing this FTR Young Bucks storyline.
And I don't like the concept behind it because like if we don't win, we're not challenging for the titles anymore. Then I mean they're gonna win because you can't tell me Cody is one of those people that don't care. You mean to tell me the Young Bucks don't want to win the title, their own title after they won every single other title they've been in, except for TNA?
But that's a stipulation you put when we're at the third or fourth matchup in the rivalry. This is not the first matchup. That makes no sense. And then I know that you're trying to put added pressure so people can come see this matchup. Like the name alone sells itself. You don't need any of the extra stuff. And I'm not a big fan of the Young Bucks trying to act more heelish or more harder or more, you know what I'm saying, like that, because it seems out of character for them, especially the way when they was watching the TV. It was funny. But it's still not. It just was not. I wasn't cool with that. To move on, Tony Schiavone is in the ring with Eddie Kingston.
They keep saying that they're the old Young Bucks, but I don't.
We get damn, what was that? Okay, we get Tony Schiavone in the ring talking to Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston, I like how Eddie Kingston be like, yo, man, step out the ring. This is my world. Don't be in my world. To the cameraman, the Schiavone, get out of here. And he says, let me tell you something. I'm going to win that championship. It's coming home with me. And I'm going to go home and show my mom. This is the reason why you don't have no daughter-in-law. This is the reason why you ain't got no grandkids, because this is the reason why. Like Eddie Kingston, like I said, I watch Eddie Kingston in the Indies and stuff like that. And he put his all into this wrestling business. But then Moxley comes up and says, you know what I'm saying, look, I been there with your family, you know what I'm saying? I know your mama. He mentions her name. We ate together. We prayed together. We did all that stuff together. And now, basically, I know they was at tight, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, they were close. Yeah.
Yeah. And he says, you know what I'm saying? And then Eddie Kingston couldn't even look him in the eye. So they, you know what I'm saying, you're going to be scared to fail. And it's what's going to hurt you, that you're going to have to say, I quit. And then, so it was a very passionate promo between them, even though Eddie Kingston had to walk out. It was just like, he couldn't even look Moxley dead in his eyes. So I'm curious to see how they're going to book the finish of this I Quit match. It's going to be bloody. It's going to be the way Eddie Kingston is and the way Moxley is. This shit going to be brutal. But the question is, how are they going to make somebody say I quit? Like, they got to run over with a steamroller over somebody's leg to be like, I quit. Because these guys are going to go in. Your thoughts?
Yeah, no, it was a good promo. Get everybody excited for the match coming up, and yeah, I'm interested to see what they do. I'm interested.
And returning, the bastard pack is back. And the thing he said, the thing about isolation, you got nobody to play with. I've been here before, lost, abandoned. Every day that passed, I get stronger and faster and more obsessed. And he laughs like a madman. So Pac's on his way back because saying the travel restrictions are being lifted on off certain places to come back into the country. So like especially off that, it's been a long lockdown for them. So that's good. I didn't see the Alex Marvez interview with QT Marshall and Dustin Rose
I
and
don't
that.
think anybody did.
Okay, yeah. So
Alex Marvez, QT Marshall, that's a cutoff instantly.
yeah, I mean, other than Nyla Rose ran over Red Velvet and then beat her and then
So
goes out there and taunts Sheeta at clothesline. She's facing her on Saturday, and then Nyla Rose finished off Red Velvet with Sheeta's running knee attack. Big Guerrero approaches Sheeta and tells her that she's going to break her bones, she's going to cry, and she's going to win her championship. And it looks like they're trying to turn Hikaru Shida, Hikaru Shida, and Nyla Rose into Gail Kim Awesome Kong. That's what it reminds, huh?
I don't know. They roster has changed so much of what they wanted to do, and they have adapted poorly. I just see that. So I know initially they was gonna do like the Britt Baker, they was gonna do Kylie Ray, they was gonna do, you know, Allie, and then those things changed. And Britt Baker got injured, then those things changed. Then I don't know, Chris Statlander got injured. Those things changed. They're doing a poor job at transitioning over to injuries when things happen to people in the company. I just say it like that.
I don't know. It just feels like this rival could have had more heat going into it. It just felt like this was just a throw-on matchup.
Yeah, because they said that she was the number one contender for 9 months.
Yeah, and they didn't do anything with it. That's not. That's
Literally, she was like, I'm gonna. Everybody here has a manager. I'm gonna be the most dominant person with a manager. But then as soon as she got a manager, they took her off the TV.
Yeah. That I ain't like that one too much. Main event time, which to me felt kind of flat. Cody and the Gun Club versus Dark Order, Colt Cabana, John Silver, and 10. So Darby Allin was sitting up on the balcony up there during this matchup. This matchup was just a regular 6-man tag team matchup just to get Cody some offense in and show John Silver can actually work. After the matchup, Cody was it? No. I'm sorry. I'm not giving the credit to Cody this time. Austin Gunn. I'm trying to get these guns there. Austin Gunn hit 10 with a crossroads and a quick draw and pins them. And then Cody gets on Dark Order around the ring, and then John Silver's about to take a chair and go at Cody. Orange Cassidy comes down and hits John Silver in the back of the chair. So the Dark Order leave. Cody grabs the microphone and talks to Darby Allin how, Darby says he would never be the face of TNT, but Cody did recruit him personally. And take one last look, Darby, the truth that speaks to you contradicts the lies that a lot of people live. You want the ace belt? Here's the problem, Darby. You're not the ace, say Cody. And hold up the TNT title. So that was AEW.
You can't be calling out the ace, by the way, but different company. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know where they're gonna go with that. But anyways, yeah. My bad. You can finish.
Oh yeah, no. So that was the Wednesday Night War. Who won for you? Was it AEW or NXT?
I would get a slight edge to NXT because of the McAfee promo.
Yes, I know NXT won because first of all, not just McAfee, Ember Moon Dakota Kai was great. And even though it was a glorified squash match, Ciampa and Velveteen Dream was better. I thought that main event was better than the 6-man tag match.
Well, yeah, Austin. Really, you gonna ask Austin Gunn to give you a good match?
But you're like the gun glove. Like I was like, why? This is Billy Gunn's only time in the main event AEW, and I'm like, why?
Because
Uh,
he's 60 years old. That's why.
it still looks great. So, uh,
Steroids.
look like we still got time because it doesn't tell you how much time you got left until you start running out of time, right?
Yeah, I think he'll give you like a when it's 10 minutes left or something. Let's see. Give it to
Okay.
you.
Well, it's time for our predictions for Full Gear. So we can run through this real quick. So we got a 9-match card. Serena D versus Allison K is going to be on the pre-show. So I believe
Interesting, but okay.
Serena D was going to win that matchup anyway. So
Well, yeah, Allison K is good though, but she's cool. Allison K is cool, random that they put her in this spot, but all right, cool. Randomly that they didn't even acknowledge Thunder Rosa losing the title. They're just like, yeah, Serena
yeah,
Deeb is here.
it kind of felt like it kind of brushed it off a little bit, you know.
Yeah. So
So yeah, let's get to the main card, which should be good. I'm gonna try to see this on Fightful TV on Saturday, maybe.
okay.
Okay, so Orange Cassidy taking on John Silver.
Mhm.
I've seen John Silver work with Alex Reynolds in House of Hardcore all the time, so I already know John Silver can work. Some people don't even know that he can really work that well. And
Mhm.
you know, I've gone on Orange Cassidy. There's no reason for Orange Cassidy to lose his matchup, and this was like more of a throw on anyway. So I got Orange Cassidy winning.
Okay. I have Anna Jay getting involved and giving John Silver the win.
Oh, okay. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. Hopefully we can come back to record a review for it. Let's go to uh Hikaru Shida.
Close, but I
Close.
give it to you.
Damn it.
Give it
Okay.
to you.
Going up against Nyla Rose for the AEW Women's Championship. So since Nyla Rose has Vicky Guerrero with her, does she finally get the championship to you know, top this whole thing off or no?
I would say, hmm, well, for one, this match is I don't want to say it's gonna be bad, but both of these two women don't jail in a regular match unless it's like a hardcore match or something. But
Uh-huh.
I would say Hikaru Shida wins, and then that's probably when Britt Baker will challenge Hikaru Shida.
Uh, I got Nyla Rose taking it.
Okay.
If you're gonna make her off not TV for 9 months, and then Vicky Guerrero's there with it, she should have been won the championship. So I think they're gonna try to see what it's like giving her that and the manager. Not saying she need a manager, but just to have it her have that manager there in her corner. Yeah, me personally, I want to try that. Okay, Chris Jericho taking on MJF. If MJF wins, he joins the inner circle. So, what do we got? Does MJF join the winner circle, or does Chris Jericho keep him out by winning the matchup?
I say it's a no contest. I don't know. I just feel like it's just I don't know. Like if I we're gonna have this hard fought battle, and then if I beat you, then you can join me. Then we're gonna be best friends. I don't know. I just don't. I don't know.
MJF don't need to be part of that group in the first place. So I
Well,
the inner
yeah.
circle the way it is now. You know what I'm saying? But it could be like a temporary thing, like like the Daniel Wyatt thing was for a little bit.
Mhm.
Or Sting in the Four Horsemen. Let's not talk about that. But
Which time?
what's
Every
I
time
know
ended the same way. So I mean,
you're absolutely right about that one. So I think by dirty tricks I with Sammy Gavar maybe or Ortiz that Chris Jericho gets to win here.
okay, okay,
All right. So next let's go to uh elite deletion match. Sammy Gavar taking on Matt Hardy.
okay.
So honestly, I think this is going to be our cinematic matchup,
Yeah, because
and I
last time they
think
had it live, so
yeah, and I think this is going to be the match that they want to show everybody that we're going to do it the right way. Because obviously, what happened last time was unfortunate, scary, and everything like that, and it was just straight shit. This time, I believe they want to have a good matchup and do the finish the proper way.
I think this is gonna be a mini stadium stampede.
Okay, I'm cool with that. But as long as it's preview, I think they already probably recorded already. So
That's what I'm saying. So they probably might go throughout the whole stadium,
yeah.
or maybe go to an old school Matt Hardy trope, fighting in the car while the truck driving, or something like that as well. So who
Well,
knows?
I think that would be dope. So
Maybe
I
they
have Matt
challenge
Hardy
Hardy
winning this
compound.
matchup
Who
the right
knows?
way.
Yeah. You got Matt Hardy winning. I got
Yeah.
Sammy winning actually.
Because even though Matt Hardy won last time, he really didn't. Everybody lost when that shit happened to him. But there's no reason for Sammy and Matt Hardy's rivalry to keep on going. So you can
Yeah,
have
I guess. Yeah, Matt.
yeah. So you can I just have Matt
Mhm.
Hardy just close this whole thing out. But they're just closing it out the right way. Uh, for the tag team championships, if Young Bucks lose, they can't challenge no more. So we got Dax Hardwood and Cash Wheeler in FTR taking on
Top
Matt and Nick
guys.
Jackson, the Young Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
I want this match to steal the show because of how much.
I wouldn't even. See, I don't want to give it that much, and then it don't. So I would just lower that a little bit.
Uh
I would
huh.
lower that a little bit because there's not really many fans there, so they're not gonna be working off that crowd reaction. So I'll
Yeah,
kind of lower that a little bit. Still gonna be a good
but you
match though.
know that this matchup is going to get about 30 or 40 minutes because they want to make
Yeah,
this the match.
this is the matchup that people been waiting on for years. Back to those FTR BTE
Yeah.
segments.
But see, the problem with this, I think, is going to be a little. That's why they try to build it up with too much stipulations that don't need to be there, and they're going to kick out way too many finishes. That's going to bother me.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to bother me. I ain't gonna lie to
Well,
you.
this is a Young Bucks match, so
Yep. So you know it's going to happen. So I got. I guess I got the Young Bucks winning.
yeah, I got the Young Bucks winning. And you mean they cannot tell me that they don't want to win their own titles? Nah, I
Yeah.
got the Young Bucks winning.
Yeah. I don't need that.
Especially they got a new book coming out. I don't know, it's press everywhere for that. So I don't know.
Unless they try to show prove a point saying that look, we're not greedy like WWE.
No, 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 no. The Young Bucks, I can understand Cody don't care. The Young Bucks want to win the tag team titles in every company they go with. They want to be like the Dudleys. So
Gotcha.
they got to. The only one they didn't win is TNA. So they got to win their own titles.
That's right. You fair enough on that one. Next up we have because like I said, I got the Young Bucks winning. Also, we have for the TNT Championship, Cody taking on Darby Allin. It's not triple threat or fatal four winner like that. It is a singles match for the TNT Championship. I didn't really get the same result as we did earlier in the year with Cody, or late last year with Cody when against Darby Allin, and
Yeah,
Darby Allin was trying to kill himself.
He's never beaten him.
Huh?
He's never beaten Cody.
No, he's never. He has be a lot of people. So it's going to be a decent matchup. He's going to go out and try to kill himself, but Cody at the end is going to get that at crossroads, and he's going to pin Darby Allin, and then Darby Allin's going to probably go into a feud with Team Taz because they never really truly got their hands on him. Like him, and Ricky Starks,
Okay.
they never had that matchup that I'm looking for.
Okay, so weirdly enough, I'm gonna grow out on a limb and say maybe Sting makes an appearance.
We,
Go out on a
we
limb.
still doing the Sting thing, huh?
I think because I don't know. Something tells me he's been in the balconies like Sting. So something tells me that he's probably brewing something. I don't know.
Oh man, I knew Sting as soon as that contract was up was going to leave WWE, but I'm just like, but
I don't think he's gonna sign full time or anything, but I could just see him. I
making
don't
an
know, being in the
appearance.
balcony or just doing something. So I would say Sting makes an appearance. I would actually say Darby sneaks out a win, and then Cody can go on to doing something different.
Okay. Well, you know, Sting is not gonna come there being no heel. That's just not what Sting does.
Yeah, but Darby Allin's not a heel either.
Yeah, you're right. Uh, uh, championship finals. Adam Page taking on Kenny Omega. This to me, I want to be my match of the night.
Okay.
Between this one and something else. So this should be a good rivalry matchup also. Like I said, they got 3 to 4 matches on this card that's like they can all steal the show, but they're going to get some time. And this is going to be one of them, but the cleaner's back. The cleaner is back. So Kenny
Whoa,
Omega wins this one.
this is not the cleaner. This is the sweeper.
The sweeper.
We're not
Okay.
at the cleaner level yet. We're not at the cleaner level yet.
Okay. Like I said, I know you're more versed with Kenny Omega than I
Yeah,
am.
this is the trash collector right now. This ain't. We're not at the cleaner level.
Well, I still got him being at the page here to go on for that championship. So
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. Hack, I think is gonna come out after the Cody match and if Cody wins, then he'll probably challenge Cody. I'm sorry. I should have.
okay, that's a good one too. Peg got to come back sometime too. But I got Omega. Who you got?
I got Omega, of course. Because Heyman already had his shot, and then also it would be full circle, Moxley and Omega for the title. And spoiler alert, I think Omega could be the only person that's been built up that can beat Moxley. Is all I'm saying. So.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I agree with you on that one. And get that AEW championship.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of which, we do have to come to our main event. John Moxley taking on Eddie Kingston in a I Quit match for the AEW World Championship. This matchup is, I'm just saying, going to be no WWE I Quit matchup where we're doing submissions all day. I mean, of course, they're going to tease that, but these two guys are some hardcore wrestlers. I have seen Moxley in CZW. I have seen Eddie Kingston in the Indies. These guys are going to kill each other almost on the level that Omega and Moxley killed each other
Mm-hmm. Yep.
in that non-sanctioned matchup.
But this time it's personal because they're friends.
Exactly. So that's what makes this thing so cool. Even though I love my man Eddie Kingston,
Dean Ambrose gonna go to his mom's house and choke his mama.
Because that's the only way you're gonna make a robo with a steamroller. Like that will be kind of dope. Like, I'm gonna choke your mama out. He'd be like, I quit, muff. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's probably what's gonna happen. But I got Moxie retaining because I said Mox because I don't see Kenny Omega going against Eddie Kingston. So it's
If
gonna
you
definitely
do, that's gonna be an easy match. I ain't gonna lie. He gonna sorry.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I got. So you got Moxie too?
Yeah.
All right, guys. So that was the Wednesday Night War plus our full gear predictions. Make sure you guys check out the No Gimmicks Here Wrestling podcast, which this segment will be on. However, also the video form. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Hit the subscribe button to NC Studios for more. Make sure you check out my man Prime Nostalgia podcast as well. And so once again, this is NC Place to Be. Children Mr. D and not Deion Sanders for prime time.
All right.
All right, and the Nerd Coalition is out.